They're ready at the 1200. Set to go. They're off and they're racing. And Bill selects in the middle, one of the first to get going. God's Gate jumped speedily. So did Maynak from toward the inside. Now dropping back shortly after the start is Run Paddy, Run Maya Aloha, and out the back in the early part, Return of the Mac. God's Gate leads, settling a length. Maynak and Dimer Page, 3 girl, who goes around the outside, strides to second. A length and a half away with the speed on. Next of all, going forward, Bill selects from Magical Sequence. And then came My Aloha, Clever Cond. Return of the Mac is back there in the field. And with those near enough to last is Run Paddy Run. God's Gate hightailing at the 450 brings them for home. God's Gate ridden along in front under heavy pressure being there. So's I'm a Page, 3 girl. Maynak now gets out of that pocket. Quickly coming at God's Gate from Bill Selects, and Pike's gone right up near the rail. He got a dream run through with Magical Sequence. Got a bit of a squeeze but kept going through. Magical Sequence surges up along the rail, goes to the lead from Bill Selects, but it's Magical Sequence coming away. Perfection from Pike. Comes away Magical Sequence from probably Bill Selects getting second. And tight for third between Run Paddy, Run, Return of the Mac. A gap in the field, Maynak, whose run was short-lived. Clever Con, followed by My Aloha, who never got warm. I'm a Page, 3 girl. She was struggling nearing the home turn. And likewise the pacemaker, God's Gate, who has folded up to run Stone Motherless. Number 3, Magical Sequence, with Pike going right up near the rail, and he was almost in a spot where Angels might be considering whether to tread there. But he got through, he had the momentum, he was aboard the favourite, beating home Bill Selects. It's a nostril in it for third. It goes to 6, Return of the Mac from Run Paddy Run. It's 3, 11, 6 and 5 the numbers. And I'll be keen to have a little look at the head-on of this race in a few moments' time. As they were shuffling off, Maynak left the fence, got out of the pocket. The breeze horse, I'm a Page, 3 girl, had had enough. God's Gate was struggling. There was half a horse to get through. And the momentum there, and the ability of Magical Sequence and the determination and the vigour of Pike saw to it. Got through eventually and put the race to bed. And impressive. She's now won 3 of 4 this campaign. It continues a fabulous weekend for Rommel. He stamped both of the feature winners yesterday at Pinjarra Magic Millions Day, the 2-year-old classic winner, the 3-year-old trophy winner, and he's got another winner here this afternoon doing a super job. He's just right in the zone, his progeny at the moment. Magical Sequence for Sarah Miller, Mark Amanda Millington, R.O. Day, P. Salmiri, M. McPherson, T. Coucher, T. Salmiri, Mrs. T. Unsworth, S. Unsworth, S. Lee, R. Anderson, M. Wildey, P. Money, Brett Lording, C. Wildey, also Shane Millington, T. Davis. 1:11.04 the time, 36 neat the 600, 1 3/4, 1 length the margin. So it's now 4 from 9 for this mare Magical Sequence. Second, Bill Selects by Snippet Son, Robin Lockwood, Jefferson Sang. And third, Return of the Mac in the photo by Territories out of Macchiato, Adam Durant and Brad Parnham. Let's go to the 5th event of the day, the Unite Resourcing Handicap, back to the short course. They're going to fly over the 1,000. Number 4, 8, No Other Man is the scratching. 8 will do battle in the second leg of the quaddie. Lockie, as we take it down there with you after the victory. Always entertaining to watch when he's in the zone like that. W. Pike on this favourite.
Thanks, Darren. It was Pike at his very best. He had to ride a very patient race, but as is so often the case, he finds gaps that don't appear to be there, and he had to scrape the Dulux, as he's done so many times here at Ascot over the years, to get the job done aboard this nice 4-year-old mare. She's now a winner of 4 from 9, and she is absolutely charging through the grades as winning trainer. Jason Miller joins me now. Jace, congratulations on the win. It looked a little bit nervous at stages there, but a class really shone late.
Yeah, look, yeah, it was messy coming to the corner. I could see Pike early on trying to stay off the fence, and the one outside keeping him tight, which that's good. That's good competitive riding, and I like to see that, but not when I'm on the inside. But no, look, he was lucky. He went back to the inside, got a good run, and I think she's a decent filly. She's still not at a at her peak. She's still, she's been a slow maturer. She's been a little bit mentally as well with the barriers, and we've had a few hiccups, but I think she's still just starting to put it all together, and I definitely think next time in she'll develop into maybe a Saturday filly.
Is that why you've been so patient in the way you've placed her? You haven't had the temptation to go to a Saturday this time in, just taking her through her grades really slowly?
Yeah, well, she's still learning and still learning to cope with it all, I think. Early on, she had a hairline fracture as a 2-year-old. That's why it's taken a little bit longer behind. And I think that it probably mentally scarred her a little bit. And that's why I think she was a little bit agitated in the barriers early on. And hopefully we're winning the battle and she's getting more comfortable with things.
A great result here. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Jason Miller after the win of Magical Sequence. A number of very happy owners here on track for all our Own the Dream contestants to see what racing ownership is all about, and a number of high-profile clients here in the ownership of Magical Sequence as well. But Willie Pike, he's on the board, and here he is with Scotty.
Pike doing Pike things in the end. 3, 11, 6 and 5. Willie joins us now. Willie got a little bit tight there.
Yeah, we were at Rubbins Racing, so it was a good bit of fun. But look, I just hate the feel of that race. I was in a great spot, minding my own business, and then a 3-wide line comes and just sort of upsets the flow. It just felt like I'd be chasing my tail, trying to track outwards with a line coming around me. So I chanced my hand up the inside, and luckily she had the turn of foot and the willingness to have a crack at a gap.
Is she getting better in the barriers? Obviously, Jason's talked quite openly about how she's got a bit of a mind of her own.
Yeah, touch wood. She's been really good in the barriers this time round, but pre-race I was quite concerned today. She was really quite a handful pre-race. I wasn't sure if maybe it was going to be an off day, but I suppose if that's how she runs when she's angry, then angry it is.
A bit of a liking for this filly. She looks like she's a real trier. I mean, the day that you rode her first up, she had to do it tough, 3 deep the trip. Today, there's a tight gap. You ask her to go and she explodes. There's a bit to like.
There is. I think she is a little bit naughty, but I suppose that's what gives her edge as well. And she still does have the can-do attitude. Like you ask something of her and she says, yeah, let's do it. So it's worth links to you out in a race when they got an attitude like that.
Couldn't have asked for much more out of Dominatus's trial.
He trialled really well, straight to the 15 today, so that'll be a test. I suppose the bar's raised again here today, but I expect him to run really well.
Go well.
Thanks, mate.
There's Willie Pike. He's having a great weekend in the saddle, as he always does. But he combines with Jason Miller and Magical Sequence to produce her 4th win from 9 career starts here at Ascot.